sure to check out Agelessgeeks for your figures and collectibles. This video and YouTube channel is rated PG-13, so that means this channel is not for anyone under the age of 13.
So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil18 here, and today we're going to be doing another quick look review, and this time it's going to be of the Neca toys. Back to the Future! Doc Brown. So let's get into it right away and take a very quick look at the box. So as you all can see, we do have the basic style box here when it comes to the Neca Back to the Future line. So I love the front here on the box. It does have all stuff related to Doc Brown, like the drawing of the flux capacitor, the wrench, the goggles, and some other stuff there. So really dig the way that turns out. And when you open it here, it does have the window. It would display the figure and the accessories, but I took all mine out already. Then we do have a promo image there. The bottom of the box here, we do get the barcode and blood with bus seal. Nobody cares about, and then everyone who is in on the project. Over at Neca Toys, there is the top of the box, the one side there, the other side, same thing, and then the back does have a little bio. You could pause it right now and give it a read if you would like. And then we do get a couple more promo images of Doc Brown. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure open and see what accessories are included with Doc Brown. Alright, so for Doc Brown's accessories, we do get two interchangeable head sculpts. So we do have the basic stern face with the eyes kind of really wide open there, which is a classic Doc Brown look. And then he does have the cut on his head from when he fell and banged his head. And then drew up the flux capacitor. But man, this face sculpt looks exactly like Christopher Lloyd. Really nice job by Neca on the face sculpts here on both of them. And then we do get the, oh my god, face sculpt here, and the goggles are a separate accessory. I just realized how you can get them on Doc Brown. I really like the way they look on this head sculpt here, but this one turned out great too. We do have his cut there, the eyes wide open, and then his mouth wide open because some things caught on fire in his garage there, and the sculpt of the hair on both head sculpts look fantastic as well. So really great job on both face sculpts. They both look exactly like Doc Brown. We do get the goggles as well, which you can put on both head sculpts also. And then we do get a pair, well, a total of two pairs of hands. We do have the gloved hands here, which are kind of gripping hands. As you can see, the right one is more of a narrow grip, while the left one's more of like an opened, widened grip there. Those, as you can see, are the gloved ones. Very nice sculpt and paint on those. Then we do get the open type hands with the gloves off there, and these turned out really nice too. We have a watch on each hand there, and the paint and sculpt detail turned out pretty good on those. Then we do get the wrench here, which looks great. It looks like a damn wrench, man. Really love the paintwork on that. And then I didn't even notice this, but we do get the envelope that Marty tries to give him that Doc rips up towards the end of the movie. Then come to find out, spoilers, he does tape it back together to figure out his fate. So really love that they included that. Like I said, I didn't even know they included these accessories here. Then we do have his drawing of the flux capacitor, which looks awesome. And then we do get the blueprints here of, what is that? The blueprints of where the clock tower is. So really cool that Neca gave this stuff with Doc Brown here, but that is all the accessories included with Doc. Now let's take a closer detailed look at the figure itself. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look here, Neca did a great job with the paint and sculpt detail. The faces or the head sculpts we already took a look at, and they did a fantastic job with both of them. So far, this is my favorite figure in Neca's Back to the Future line. They really did an awesome job with Doc here. Then we do get his trench coat, which kind of has a sculpted look where it's kind of blown in the wind a little bit, which looks really nice. The buttons sculpted and painted on there. The pockets, sculpted wrinkles all throughout it, look fantastic. The sleeves turned out really nice too. The elbow joints blend in pretty damn good. Also, love the stitching going on there up here as well. Really nice job on this, man. More sculpted wrinkles and stuff. And it is a softer, rubbery type plastic. Can't be removed or anything like that. And then his shirt underneath looks great too. Very 50s looking. My grandpa used to wear shirts like these, so they definitely did a good job with that. And then we do get his pants, which kind of look like corduroys, but I'm not sure if they are. Very nice sculpted texture to the pants there. We get some sculpted wrinkles and everything. And then we do have the tear by the left ankle right there, which looks pretty good too. Then you can see his socks on there as well, and then his shoes look pretty good too. I don't know if those are Velcroed or what, but really nice job on the shoes there. Pretty cool looking. Then the bottom, we do get some sculpted lines and some pickles. So overall, Neca did an absolute amazing job with the paint and sculpt detail for Doc Brown here, and I can't be any more happy with how it turned out. Now let's go over Doc's height and some height comparisons. Now for the height of Doc Brown to the very top of his hair, he stands about 7 inches and 1/4 of an inch tall. Now let's see him compared to a few other NECA Toys figures. Alright, so here is Doc Brown compared to a few other NECA Toys figures. So we do have some Back to the Future Marty McFly figures, the one in the radioactive suit, I believe that is, and then we do have the part 1 or the first Back to the Future Marty McFly. Then we do have the TMNT original movie Raphael and Casey Jones. And I think he scales really well with the Marty McFly figures there. Now let's see Doc Brown compared to a few other figures, then we will continue on. And then here is Doc Brown compared to the NECA Toys convention exclusive Batman, the Storm Collectibles Sector, the McFarlane Toys Flashpoint Batman, and the Marvel Legends Retro Series Deadpool. So there is the height and height comparisons. Now let's go over the articulation. So now for Doc Brown's articulation, pretty basic for their Back to the Future stuff. So we do get the one joint at the neck, and Doc Brown can't look up too much because his hair does restrict it a bit. Doesn't really look down too much either. You do get a little bit of pivot there, and then it does swivel as well. We do have a waist joint in there, so it does swivel. Doesn't really go forward and back too much. The shirt is going to restrict it, of course, and the pivot really doesn't do too much there, as you can see, and the joint is kind of tight as well. Then the arms here, they do go out to the sides. Let's see, bit shy of 90 degrees, so not the best outward movement for the arms. They do go up and down. No true bicep swivel. You'll have to use it at the shoulder, or you could use it at the double jointed elbows, and those do bend in all the way. Then you do get the swivel. Well, it's lower bicep swivel there, and then does it swivel at the forearm? A tiny bit at the forearm. Then we do get the hinge and swivel at the wrists there. And then for the legs here, Doc Brown can almost kick forward 90 degrees. Goes to the back a tiny bit. Let's see if he can Jean-Claude Van Damme it, and Doc Brown almost can Van Damme it. So alright leg movement with Doc here. Then you do get a little bit of a hip swivel. Single jointed knees that barely hit 90 degrees, and the joint does swivel where it connects into the thigh. Then the ankles, they do swivel like that they did that. Don't really hinge up too much. Hinge down a tiny bit. Then we do get the forward facing pin ankle rocker there. So overall, he isn't loaded with crazy articulation. He does pretty much have basic NECA articulation, but not their best articulated figure. But anyway, that is my quick look review at the NECA Back to the Future Doc Brown. Hope you enjoyed it. Overall, I think this is a really great figure, and out of all the figures I've gotten so far, the only one I didn't get was Biff Tannen. This is hands down my favorite NECA Back to the Future figure as of right now. They really did do a fantastic job with Doc Brown here. The detail, definitely the best part to this figure. Looks just like Christopher Lloyd. The rest of the paint and sculpt detail is fantastic throughout the entire figure. The articulation, probably the weakest point to the figure, but I mean, you know, Doc Brown isn't really doing crazy dynamic types of poses, you know what I mean? So it's not that big of a deal. He does have basic type articulation, which I'm fine with. And then the accessories. The accessories are great. We get some alternate hands, an alternate head. We do get the wrench, and then I didn't know that we got the blueprints, the drawing of the flux capacitor, and the envelope as well. So that's some cool little added things they did add with Doc Brown. I definitely would have liked if they added the mind reader thing or gave us a head sculpt with that on Doc Brown. I think that would have just elevated the figure a bit more if they included that. That would have been so awesome if they did that. But we didn't get it. And what we do get with the figure is definitely pretty good stuff. So overall, I do recommend the figure, especially if you're collecting this line. If you're cherry picking it, I still think this Doc Brown is a figure you would definitely need to get. As I said, I think this is the best figure in the line as of right now, so definitely worth picking up. But anyway, that is my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. But stay tuned for pictures next.